act your age. Ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart. Competition breeds success, but coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
To you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Aight, all your men have been to jail before. Whoa, and all them other cats you run with, get done with, done quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. Aight, they go to click 911. All over some dump. Ain't that some? It's the mommy of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, aight, Slim. So watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you, that's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. With my the mic, that's characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You act, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother, I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rain so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk. Put them in the stand. You keep walking. That you trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you the soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog. Blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When nobody burn out. Sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth. I'ma young out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my ride. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my big baller. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my fly lady. Yo, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. It's got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. Off we go from SoFi Stadium. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Judging by our conversations with the coaches, Mike, I think it's a pretty safe bet. We won't be seeing a lot of this guy. I think what they're trying to do is just get him under center, knock off some of the rust of the offseason, replicate this style of live action in practice. So whether you're an established veteran like him or a young quarterback, these reps in the preseason are invaluable.
First down, Prescott. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, to that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time, running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Lady! On the ground. Former Notre Damer Kyron Willis, 6-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Rams first down.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready? Yellow 20!
Stay 50, stay 50. Out of the gun, Stafford. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
The throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. That tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Cowboys offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
So we hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp, and from that, the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question of, is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot, but to some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
They put Pickens in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. He'll take this ahead for a yard, down to the 40 mark. Great fist. It's there to bring him down. Brings up 2nd and 8. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back in Southern California in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Ready? From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down. Now the first carry for Miles Sanders. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. He was brought down by Dakota Durant. 2nd and 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line. They'll fake the give, and now it's Milton. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Looking out of the gun is Milton. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And a good short tackle right right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one will be from 37 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Rams offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. They'll bring this up to the 22. Donovan Ezaraku there to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Corey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. Now it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. A pickup of 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
A loss of 6 yards. And it's third down. Third and
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the gun, here's Milton. Off-balance throw, it's complete. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And some good footwork there. He'll take this forward for a gain of 8.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll run with Sanders. And he barrels his way into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Miles Sanders. Touchdown, Cowboys. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys extend their advantage to 13-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here come the Rams as their offense drops back onto the field. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it. So trying to turn things around here on drive number 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, line, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
44-yard line.
Jimmy G now on second down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page as this target. That's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it-best play call. So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. They elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on downs. The Cowboys offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. That's a timeout in Dallas. It's their second. As they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
At the 38-yard line.
On second down, here's Milton. He'll step up and run. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Now Milton. This one is caught by Turpin. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. Second and a yard. Looking to throw, it's Milton. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone, it is incomplete. They'll look to pick this up third and a yard. To throw, it's Milton. And he'll throw this one away. Incomplete. Receivers liking it everywhere he looks. To bring up a fourth down. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Well,
and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. We'll start at the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Down a couple of scores now, 16-0, as they want to get going here. Drive starts first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Fuller. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. And the Rams.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy. But if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, That's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Not much happening there. Just a short game.
2 yards on
From
the
31,
It's
here's second and 8. Running forward is Cora. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, L.A.
That's good for Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Cora. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Savon Rebel there to make the play.
On the tackle.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 8.
At the 44-yard line.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Donovan Ezaraku there to make the play.
Now 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. He'll find the rookie from Oregon, Terrence Ferguson. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They'll come up here, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Cora. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
11 more yards.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
Some extra bulk out there. They're going to roll the dice and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Terrence Ferguson, touchdown Rams.
Yeah, it's not a big surprise here, Mike. You're down big. It's the 4th quarter. You have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down, maintain possession, and they were able to come through.
To the line comes Garoppolo, as they will go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. On the ground, here's Sanders to start the drive. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
First down, Dallas.
Once again, it's Sanders. And he proves tough to bring down. Good run across midfield. A gain of 8 that time.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
A good spot here. Second and a yard.
Ready? Count to 60. Count to 60.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. EA Sports back for more. The NFL preseason after this. Now it's second and 1. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
I'll pick up with 2 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
Back all 80.
Throwing, Milton. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
There goes Turpin on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. It's a must-stop for this defense. Facing third and long. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
So the defense finds themselves in a tight spot. They have very little room for error at this point in the game, Mike. So they have to continue to get off the field, no more points, and that sack's going to go a long way towards doing it.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with first and 10. Jimmy G going to go play action here. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Second down. Forward. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the lines. It's a loss of a couple.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
No one there to pick up the pressure. He'll go down. They got him.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the fourth. They will turn it over on down. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's Sanders. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is third and goal.
Let's go.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. It is picked up by the rookie safety. And he's going to be taken down, but a nice return up past the 35-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. He needs to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Second and 3. at the 43-yard line.
Second down, Garoppolo. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Jimmy G working from the gun here. Going right, it's taken in. Now second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
To throw, here's Garoppolo. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds. Number 15 gets 15 yards out of that one. And he's got his team a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now a second down throw for Garoppolo. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the linebackers, Jack Sanborn.
Every defensive coordinator in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 18-yard line.
19.
Throwing is Milton. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
36 yards.
A big play for the Cowboys. 36 yards.
Cougar 19.
Set to go now on first and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win for the Cowboys as they start things out with
The players on your team earn some XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. These are player tags. Players with tags.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Tonight, we'll get a prime-time preseason matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Los Angeles... We're just seconds away from getting this one started. And here we go from LA. On the return, Britton Covey. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. For the Rams offense, getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. I'm just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue. You cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
At the 29-yard line.
Stafford from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain of space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. Stafford gonna go on forward. He finds Adams, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That was a big 3-yard gain because of instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
It's Stafford once more. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. They're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. Get some space around midfield. And he gets this down near the 30.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. That's caught at the 4. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. It will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams will jump back to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Darius Davis to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25. So now we're going to look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They're led out by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Herbert's one of these rare quarterbacks that when he is on, he makes this game effortless and easy. Part of it's his throwing motion that's crisp and clean with great power. And it's also an athleticism. He'll make you pay with his legs, too. Man, he is just a joy to watch.
Herbert throwing right away. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Second down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26.
Big play action. Here's Herbert. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Third down.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. That one's nabbed by Allen. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
First down, Chargers.
Let's go. Count.
Herbert throwing again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Buck. It makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. And it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Hampton. Has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
It headed right, and he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers finish up their opening drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. Second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter. Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford going to let this one fly deep downfield. And his heave isn't going to be answered. That's incomplete as an exciting look ends our 1st quarter. That's 1 quarter done in our showdown of LA teams. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment.
Ready, set up.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
45-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Third and long. They're going to throw. Right side into the hands of Adams. And they are on him short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Trying for it with Stafford. Connects with Adams again. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard
From the
line.
gun, a carry by Williams. He's taken down.
Coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up the big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack. Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Empty backfield. 5 guys out wide for 3rd and long. Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Empty in the backfield here. The offense going 5 wide on 3rd and long.
Ready. Hey. Waiting. Moving hot.
3rd and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. That's Miller Hines on for the return. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Herbert on 1st down. Caught, nice gain left side. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Has it man, it's Tyler Conklin. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
1st down, Chargers.
Shotgun give to Hampton. They'll give him 4 yards before he stops. Block. It's 2nd down. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Herbert now. Blitz coming. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
It's 3rd down. 3rd.
There he goes, 3rd and long. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take the lead just before halftime. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Set. 21, check.
Play action now for Stafford. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Benjamin St. Juice picks it off. And the Chargers might be able to get some points late after the interception. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 39-yard
Dicker connects there. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
And with that one, you're going to see some salty foul moods in that locker room. You hate all turnovers, but that one led to 3 points, and you hate those even more.
Return starts from the goal line. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. Throwing here just before halftime. Trying for the deep ball. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. Well, the starters likely checked out for the final time. Time now for guys to make their case for roster spots as our second half is underway. On the return, it's Jalen Reagor. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. We go play action on first down. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, looks like the 30. Second and 3 now.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
It's third down. 3rd and 7.
Throw here, third down. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we got fourth down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. The Rams headed out to the field now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I mean, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle block, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
He completes it in traffic. And they make the stop, we're going to say, about the 37-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Running for the marker on second. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the lines. It's going to bring a third down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now third down and
they go play action. Here's Garoppolo. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth. They're going to go. It's Garoppolo. He's got it to his running back. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on fourth down. First down now, ball at the 33. Out of the gun. Here's Garoppolo. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And Rams have the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're going to run on first down with Cora. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. That'll be second down.
brings up second and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Shotgun snap. Here's Garoppolo. This one's caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And the Chargers get home, and they drop him. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
It's now second and goal.
So we're through 3 here. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach.
Ready up.
Second and goal backed all the way up to the 14 here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Drops this down. It's Cora. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
It's Garoppolo, third and goal. Makes the catch. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Power with a big tight end. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Chargers getting set. First and 10. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Now inside handoff to Harris. And this won't get him any extra breathing room. He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Heineke now. Pass is caught by Lambert Smith. Oh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. They'll send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Out come the Rams on offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. There's a man, that's Konate Mumfield. He's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory.
1st and 10.
Going on first, Garoppolo. Gonna get this one complete to Mumfield. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. We've set it down from 37.
37-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo. Short pass brought in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking to the air, it's Garoppolo. Brought in right side. It's good for a couple of yards. And the Rams have the first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They are throwing it again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Worked through his progression. Nobody available. By the time he checked it down to the back, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks, too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock. The defenders do as well, and they know when the quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
The rookie from Michigan, there that time. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the gun, they go with Harris. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A loss of a yard on the play, and it's 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
Now Heineke to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate. There's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
46-yard line.
So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And they'll enter the final week of the preseason with a little momentum thanks to this victory. Ahead of that last tune-up before the games start to count. There's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar. It is the city of rock. Stafford to the air to start us off. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. Stafford from the gun. This one will not connect. That's incomplete. They are testing this coverage on the opening drive, and it's holding up so far. 3rd down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like an attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go and knock the ball away.
And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. A pickup of 17. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. First carry now for Kyron Williams. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Rams have the 1st down.
That's another Rams 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down Rams.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Galloping inside the 40. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35.
Set. 30, 280.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Ooh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Stafford's going to throw once more. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got to...
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing now, Stafford. Hits him on the in route. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Here's Stafford. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Browns. On 1st down, here's Stafford. He's going to push one deep down the right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. First and 10. Here's Stafford. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield and just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. He's going to have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down. It's Stafford once more. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Set! 21!
Stafford now on 1st down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns get it back after making... First down throw here for Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw here, Stafford. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not been the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Now Stafford again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick. First and 10 now from the 30. After the pick, Stafford back to the air. Couldn't find a completion on first down. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. So it'll be second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
And they There's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar. Yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others. Another one has been shattered to pieces. First snap, and Stafford's going to throw. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, partner, I know you love your baseball analogies. That's 3 strikes right there. And this offense 3 and out to begin this game.
And I think next drive, play number 1 should be a run. What do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree. Good call. Stafford throwing again. And they don't get the catch they need there. They're here. First call here, coming from the shotgun. Stafford. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Rams have the first down. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. Passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called. Yep. But finally, as you said, their first completion.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. So 2nd down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Stafford now.